So tonight I'm bringing Fynn the Fangbearer, which is Death Touch. When a creature I control deals Death Touch to a player, that player will get 3 poison counters because Fynn is foil.
Holy moly.
One of the main reasons I picked this deck is that Fynn needs to be foil, not the Death Touching creatures. So it's actually mostly the land base that's foil in this deck, as well as a few other things that I could get. But yeah, general plan is to hit you with Death Touching creatures and try and get you out of the game as quickly as possible.
Tell you what, Death Touch is scary enough as it is. Giving them extra? Whoa.
Yeah, it will take 4 hits to kill you. That's it.
I'm sorry, poison, that's what I meant, not Death Touch. Okay, right. I can't wait, actually. I like Fynn.
Sorry, he'll come out turn 2.
Okay, HTG, what are you bringing?
I've got Alela, my go-to deck commander. Really love her. You can build her at all sorts of levels, but again, she's in foil, and she'll give me other creatures you control with flying get +1. They now get +2 because she's foil. And whenever you cast an artifact or enchantment spell, create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token. Well, I'll create 2. So the idea of this deck, it's all flyers, it's a combat orientated deck. I do have one combo in, which everybody knows is Heliod, but on the whole, I want to beat face and maybe can protect myself a bit.
So,
the one thing that she gives us that I've noticed in blue, I'm hoping that I can cycle through the deck really quickly, because all the cantrips allow you to look for 1, maybe 2 cards, or now that's 2, maybe 3 cards.
Yeah, draw
so
abilities.
What I'll be trying to do. Yeah.
Scry abilities.
That's Alela. Yeah.
Alela, I can't wait as well. So I was scared of Alela normally. Now I'm even more scared. Lots of flyers, 3 power base. What's that? 6 power on the board immediately? No. Yeah, 6 power on the board immediately. Whoa.
Yeah. I'll back to, sorry, I will own up and say I've got, I think out of the 100 cards, I think 72 are foil. So
it is a foil deck. It's a foil stream, so I can't wait to see these beautiful cards. All right, Halcyon, see something down there.
I'm running my boy Prosper, everyone's favourite Rakdos commander from recent years. 1/4 with Death Touch. At the beginning of your end step, exile the top card of your library. How about 2? Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. And whenever you play a card from exile, create a treasure token. Once again, how about 2? And how about treasures that tap for 2 mana?
Nice.
Oh, we got the foily boys. Oh,
yay, foily ones.
Nice. I love it. I'll be honest with you, I totally forgot about tokens. I don't have tokens with me. Oh, I don't know if I need tokens actually. To be fair. Yeah, I'm hoping mine don't either. But yeah, I know my tokens do. I need the 0/3 defenders. Oh, anyway, yeah, Prosper. Can't wait. Absolutely can't wait. All right, so I've got Arcades the strategist. He is foil because hey ho, why not? So he's the Fly Vigilance 3/5 Elder Dragon. In salt, is it Sultai colours? I can't remember. I think it is. No, band colours. Yeah, band colours.
It's banned.
Yeah, whenever a creature with defender enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. How about 2 cards? That'd be nice. Each creature you control with defender assigns common damage to its toughness rather than its power, and can attack as though it didn't have defender. So yeah, for foil rules, he will be drawing me 2. I've got a load of defenders in here. About 50% of them are foil, and they do stuff like bounce 1. Oh wait, no, sorry, bounce 2. Exile instead of destroy. That's nice. Draw 2 instead of 1. You get the picture. It's going to be absolutely bonkers. And then obviously I'm allowed to attack with them, and I'm allowed to do damage via their toughness. So I've got a bit of a combat deck here as well. Right. I'm super excited. I don't know about you guys, but I really am. I want to get into it. And there may be times where we'll have to think about what the foil ruling is of something. But yeah, all right. We've got 2 of the frag members here, so hopefully we should be good enough. Alright, so I believe HTG, you won the dice roll. So I believe anyone's got any pre-game actions, we should start.
On from me, all good.
Nope.
Okay.
Got it,
So.
HTG.
Here we go. Draw. Because we're on foils, I guess I better play my foil command tower. Now I'm going to check. I guess I still only get 1 mana for this. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'll tap for this mana, but I will play my foil ponder.
Oof.
So I will now look at the top 4 cards of my library. Is that correct?
Yep.
Everything will basically be +1.
2, 3, 4. And you may shuffle your library, put them back in the order, and then draw a card which turns into draw 2 cards. Well, I'll put that there, and I'll put that there. I'll put those on top of the library like that, and those on top of the library like that, and I will draw 2 cards. And I'll pass the turn.
You'll discard the hand size because you've got 8
Yeah.
cards now.
Oh, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll bet you've never seen this before.
No, I can't match Heath's blazing start. I'm just going to play a blood crypt, tapped and pass.
Okay, so I'm going to draw for 10.
I'm going to get rid of the Skycat Sovereign. There you go.
Okay.
A Lord straight out into the bin.
It's not a good sign.
Okay. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to. Yeah. Tell you what, I'll play Overlord's tapped because it is not foil, unfortunately. Plus 10.
Okay, I will draw.
Still in the post.
I'll play a foil Snow-Covered Forest, and then I'll tap it for, sadly, a non-foil Wild Growth, and pass the turn.
I will untap. I will draw. And I will. I will think.
Turn 1 ponder was strong.
Then 1 foil Evolving Wilds would have been sick.
It would have been, yeah.
Yes.
Like you'd have got 2 basics.
Yep.
I may have one in this deck.
I've got other fetches.
Okay.
That are foil.
Okay. I don't like to do this, but I'm going to. My hope was to use the cycling lands to draw 2 cards rather than 1, but I will actually play it as a land.
Okay.
And I will then play for a tapped Soul Ring because it's not foil.
Thanks to the 40k, there's a few more foils out there now. Nice.
And we will then.
They're all foil precons, right?
Yep.
Tap 1 for a foiled Delver of Secrets. Not that many creatures get huge buffs off being foiled, but he comes into play untapped, so that's the benefit of it. And I'll pass the turn.
I'll untap and draw. Play a foil swamp. Back in a 1 for a demonic tutor. It's not foil. I'll find a single card and I'll pass.
I just need to check something really quick. I've got the onlyfoils.co.uk open in the chat on the side, guys, so I can check what my things do. Okay, right. I'm going to tap. I'm going to upkeep the draw. Right, I'm going to play a Seagate. It comes into play untapped because it's foil, and I can choose 2 colours. So I'm going to choose white and green. That taps for one of the 3, basically. I'm going to sack the Evolving Wilds to go get myself a foil. Doesn't matter what I get, really. A foil island. And then I want to pay 2, I think. around. Okay. Right, top 2 for a crashing drawbridge. It is foil, so it's a 0/4. But if I want to activate it, I can because it has haste because it is foil. I may tap it to give all my creatures haste, but I haven't got any of them, so it's fine. So put it past them.
That draw. Play a foil snow-covered forest. Tap 2 to bring out Fynn, and tap 1 to bring out a foil sedge scorpion. And I will pass the turn.
Okay, I will untap. At the beginning of my upkeep, I'll look at the top card of my library, and I will reveal a disenchant to transform Delver Secret.
To a bug. Was it 3/2 bug?
It's a 3/2 bug at the moment.
Yeah.
With flying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what playlist I put on, but I'm digging it. You can't hear it.
I was supposed to say, at the moment, I can see an advert for WhatsApp.
Yes. Yeah, I've toned the adverts down a bit, so you won't get like 10 adverts in a row.
3, 4. Attempt to cast Alela.
Good for me.
Yeah, nothing for me.
Okay.
Okay. And I will swing 5 in the air at Bulverik.
Oof. Alright, I'll take 5.
I'll pass the turn.
That's commander. Oh, is it commander?
Oh.
No, it's not commander.
No.
And draw. Play a mountain, and I'm just gonna pass.
Okay, untap. I'll keep raw. Alright. Let's play a Citadel Gate. Comes into play untapped because it is foil. And I'm going to have it all 3 colours again. 1, the white, blue, blue. I'm going to play a foil Mentor of the Meek. A creature with power 2 or less. Play 1, and I get to draw 2 cards. Pass the turn.
You'd have to pay 2.
Oh, well, I would have to pay 2, would I? Okay.
Mm.
That's fine.
Foil giveth and foil taketh away.
Yeah. That's
Sorry.
past. That's busted.
Untap. And draw. I'm going to play foil Evolving Wilds, because I can.
Nice.
Tap it, and then go find 2 foil snow-covered basics that will come into play untapped, because they're foils.
Yay!
Good fair magic, right? I'm then going to tap 2 and play Golem Gate. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures you control. And then I'm going to tap 2 and play a foil Rune of Might on Fynn. So he gets +2/+2 trample, and when that enters the battlefield, I would draw 2 cards. As basically none of you got mana to stop me, I'll draw. And I'm going to get a combat. That's correct. I'm going to swing both of them at HTG.
Okay. So that's the prevent combat damage. What, can I just read that again? Sorry.
Prevent all combat damage that will be dealt
Combat
to attacking creatures you control. So my combat damage will go through, yours won't.
Yeah, and Death Touch won't make any difference to you.
No, because you won't deal any damage, so Death Touch won't trigger, but mine will.
Okay.
Good.
So how much are you doing? How much with the damage coming through at the moment?
So that would be 4 damage in total, 3 of it being commander, and you will get 6 poison counters.
How many can I take?
10.
Pardon? 10.
Oh, 6. Oh.
Okay, I'm going to take the 4 combat damage. Yep.
4 combat damage, 6 infect counters, and 3 of that 4 combat damage is commander damage.
Okay.
I'm not sure commander damage is what's going to kill you, if I'm honest.
No, I think I'm
Oh,
going to
no.
die.
On the Mentor of the Meek, Ross, I've just been checking the rules. I think the Bulverik still pays a single 1. So
No, because it says, it says an opponent to play mana.
Yeah, but so Mentor of the Meek is unchanged, apart from it draws 2 cards. So the thing that the thing that's come up a couple of times is age counters, and it's specifically for permanents get double the age counters, which then doubles cumulative upkeep, which is the thing that specifically is worse.
I
Whereas
forgot we added opponent to stacks.
Yeah, so
Bulverik
Mentor
only plays
of the
1
Meek
to draw 2.
it's still just 1. It's not reduced, but it's still just 1 mana.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Not going to help me, but yeah.
Yep, pass it then.
Pass the turn.
Actually,
Here we
I do
go.
have some-
Draw. Right.
Just got to get my removal or something.
Okay. I will pay 2 life and cast my foil Pitaxian.
Oh, get probing.
Yeah. I will look at target player's hand. So I get 2 hands, don't I?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I draw 2 cards. So I'll look at Ross's and I've hit Bulverik. So I'll have a look at Matt's as well. You may as well share it out because it saves me having to write it down and tell everybody. If it was just one player, I wouldn't do that, but it's
2 lands, Ambush Viper, Boring Plex, Guardian Project.
My memory's terrible, so I won't.
Opposite Agent, Chaos Warp, Valakut Exploration, Temple of Malice, 2 basics, and a Blood Moon.
Oh!
okay. What does Chaos Warp do?
The owner of target permanent shuffles it into their library and reveals the top card, and then it's permanent. They put it onto the battlefield. The removal spell.
Yeah. And what does what's that? I know what Boring clicks. What's the other one next to that? Ross?
Draw. It draws me 2 cards every time a creature enters the battlefield, essentially.
Okay. Right. And I'll draw 2 cards off Pitaxian.
Still worth it with the increased life cost.
Yeah.
Do I pay extra life? Do I pay 3 life instead of 2?
No, it's just the 2 for now. We're actually considering making it 1, but it's not a change we've made yet.
Okay. So I've drawn 2 cards.
It's an evolving format.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It'd be nice to get around a table in the shop.
Oh, it will be so fun to do in person.
Oh yeah.
Also, you get to see all the bling on the table.
Yep. Gotta put a ring on it.
One more land would be ever so nice right now.
Maybe our soul ring isn't foiled.
Yeah. But it isn't, so never mind, eh?
If it was foil in that printing, I think we'd have some questions.
Yes, we
Yes.
would. Yeah.
Yes.
Honest, they did foil it back then.
Yeah. Is that like revised had foils? I'm 100% convinced.
Yeah, it was on a website called wish.com or something.
Wait, it was from eBay. You telling me it's not real?
Oh, eBay, yeah. Legitimate.
Okay.
You do have to
There
be
is.
careful.
There is also other stuff on eBay.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Beware what you buy.
However, if you do... Oh, I forgot to mention... Well, you'll carry on. However, singles at Car Market, I've got singles.
Okay. So I understand this then, because you can target 2, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. I'll cast Ovary.
Yep.
My foil O-ring. and I will
Targets.
target the Fynn and the Golem Gate. I get a cast trigger and make 2 fairies, which are non-foil, so they come in tapped.
The aura would go with Fynn, or would it just disappear?
The aura goes into the graveyard.
Okay.
I had to do something. I was dead next turn.
Yeah.
That was a beating.
You can choose to move into great command zone, right?
Oh, I'm going to do
Can,
that.
yeah.
I'm giving you my commander. Golem Gate's annoying, no, I'm not going to lie.
I'll give that.
1 and
Ooh.
I'll cast a Sensei's Divining Top, which is also non-foil.
I had a foil version of that. I had it.
This is such a pretty card.
Yeah,
really
I had
want
one.
it in foil. Not even for frag, just because it's a beautiful card in foil.
yeah.
And on the back end of absolutely wanting to protect myself, I'm going to have to pass the turn there.
On your end step, just because everyone knows, I've got it anyway. I'm going to flash in an opposition agent.
Yeah.
I'll untap and I'll draw. I'll play a swamp, and 2 and 2 red gets me Prosper.
There he is.
There he is.
If that's all good, I'll move to my end step and I'll exile a swamp and a ley line of the void.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, void. I can live with void. That's past turn, was it? Untap. This is upkeep and a draw. Never foil island. Let's get Arcades out. Yes, I can. Yeah. I think that was in. Can I afford it? Yeah. Mana. Foil Arcades. You've got flyers, haven't you? HTG, but you're on 34. Tell you what, I'm going to tap ration, draw bridge to give my creatures haste. Combat, Arcades is going to turn all vigilant. Sideways is going to attack. Let's go around the table. Ross, 3/5, blind vigilant.
Take 3.
Commander, Peter T.
Okay.
Yeah, past him.
Untap. Upkeep and draw. Oh no. I'm going to play Snow-Covered Forest as my land for turn. And then I'm going to tap 4 and cast Guardian Project. When a non-token creature enters the battlefield under my control, if I don't control a creature with the same name, or in my graveyard, its commander, I will draw 2 cards. And I will pass the turn.
Tap. Upkeep. Draw. Oh. Excuse my French.
No land.
No land, yeah, needing those lands. And the thing is, I'm tied because I've only got 1 blue mana, so.
Thing is, all it takes is to get a draw spell to draw like 15 free cards rather. When I get 15 more, bring you back in hopefully.
I mean, a brainstorm is
That'd be
awesome if you've got a
good.
foil one.
Yeah, it'd be pretty nice right now. Come on, what do I do here? I can look here. Does that help me? Right, well, tap for 2. Okay. and we'll look at the top 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Cool. And we will put them back in that order.
Would that do,
I have 1 floating.
would that do 4 if that was 4?
No, I'm just looking, and look at and rearrange isn't added by foil currently. We've got draw, mill, exile, scry, and reveal.
Right.
Not look
Okay.
at.
I will take the 1
Spoiler
floating.
alert, it's not a keyword.
1, 2, 3. I'll cast Tome Raider. And I will draw a card, but I will draw 2 cards because it's a foily Tome Raider.
Very nice.
So I'll draw 1, 2. Funnily enough, I'll play a lamp for the turn.
There it is.
And it's a foily one. Oh, I'm not using my cycle spells for the sneaky draws I was hoping for.
At least you're not being punished by them entering tap, though.
Yeah.
No, this is also true. Yes. We have to.
These gates are amazing. Contacts.
Okay. The keyword ability channel that can be done at instant speed. Is that
Yep.
correct?
Yeah, that's an
Right.
activated ability of the card itself. So yeah, that's instant speed.
4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. These are up here. I will. Keep that there. I'll swing 5 in the air at Ross.
I will take 5.
And I will pass the turn.
I shall tap, upkeep, and draw.
To the draw.
Red and 2 for a Valakut exploration.
Ooh, 4.
Is that a foily one?
Yeah. I shall then play a land from Prosper. 2 triggers. Prosper makes 2 treasures. And Valakut exploration triggers twice. And exiles 2 cards underneath it, and I can play it for as long as it remains exiled, which is the end of turn. I have a regular Felwar Stone and a Grim Hireling.
Nice.
I'll sack a treasure to cast a Felwar Stone. Enter tapped. But that also then makes a treasure.
Of course, treasure's tap for 2.
Yep, because there.
Nice.
Then you get another treasure.
He's already got it.
Oh no, Bulverik, right? That makes me 2 treasures.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'm just helping out the enemy here, man.
Yeah, thank you. I'll crack a treasure for red to cast a very pretty but tapped Dockside.
Ah,
Oh.
very.
Okay.
Oh, all those treasures.
I've got 1 artifact.
I have 2 artifacts of enchantment, so my count is 3.
So I'll make that
Yep,
7 in total.
3, 4, 5, 6, isn't it? Because Ross has got 2.
Hang on, 1, 2, 3. ETC has 6, so then because it's non-foil, so it's just 6. So that makes 8 in total. So let's swap to a dice.
16 mana.
I might as well play the Grim Hireling from Exile. It's tapped, and that takes 2 treasures, and then Prosper gives me another 2 treasures, so I stay at 8. Let's tap 1 and a treasure to attempt to cast Blood Moon.
What is that? Blood Moon is.
Non-basic lands and
Alright.
mountains.
Okay. In response to the cast, I will channel and draw 2 cards off my foily gnomic sphere. Okay.
Yeah, I've got them.
I'm fine with this happening.
Yeah, no, you would be.
I'll sack 2 treasures to cast Leyline in the Void from beneath Prosper, making me another 2 treasures, going back up to 7. And I'll pass turn and exile cards under Prosper. A Feed the Swarm, which is sorcery speed removal, and a Quicksmith Genius, which is card draw.
Okay.
Maybe I should have attacked Matt.
Untap.
No.
Nah.
Upkeep. Pray for a basic forest. Draw. God damn it! I knew this was gonna get back on me. Oh no!
I told you, the mana based is the most important
I know,
thing.
but it didn't turn up, and I thought I had foilies in my box, but I didn't. But
I
anyway.
could have borrowed some. I have more than enough to spare, I'm sure.
Got to get out of the house, though. That's the problem. Have you got any flyers, Matt?
Nope.
3/5 flyer commander coming your way.
Be free.
P to T.
In your end step, I'm going to tap 2 and flash out the Ambush Viper.
Flash.
If that resolves, that will draw me 2 cards from Guardian Project.
Very nice.
I've got you.
Untap and draw.
I'm an absolute tip. Bulverik lands.
Oh, Bulverik.
Yeah, you literally showed them off before the stream.
Yes.
Oh, big brain.
Oh well. I like playing it tight.
Okay, I'm going to tap 4 and I'm going to attempt to recast Fynn.
Yes.
That will trigger Guardian Project, drawing me another 2 cards.
Yeah.
Seems good.
Yeah, good. Good. Good for me. Oh, good attack.
How many creatures have you got? Sorry, Harry.
Well, all together or available to block?
Available to block. I don't really care what you've got. It's on
I
tap.
have 4 available to block.
And the total toughness is?
Toughness
Yeah.
6.
Ah, damn.
Oh, he's going for a juggler.
Well, I started.
You've been talking to Fluffy.
I don't actually think I can do anything, so I'm just going to pass the turn. Okay. What's Fluffy doing these days?
No, just he winds me up by saying you should always go for one person.
It depends what you're doing. If you're playing like Infect or Commander damage, it kind of makes sense to do that.
Yeah.
Tap 2. And I'll create an Ornithopter of Paradise, which will
Nice.
trigger me 2 more Flying Fairies. Yep. Is that good?
Yes.
I'll tap for white,
But you might, because I know it's in your hand.
and I'll disenchant the blood.
Oh, thank you. Praise the Lord.
Thought you might.
Thought I was going to be a Leicester then. Bloody blood moon. Can't do anything for 45 minutes. I'm going to win. Sorry.
I'll cut. And I'll make 2 more fairy tokens.
Favour of the winds, is it?
Yeah, so I've got 4. I'm going to put 4 on this one here, so we know I've got 4 fairies.
Tell you what, you spit out tokens, don't you?
Yeah. So with this, just so everybody's got a clear cut up, this gives me +1/+1. It's foil, so that gives me +2/+2. Alela gives me +1, but because it's foil, it gives me +2. So all my flyers are now +4 on top of their other stuff.
It's nasty.
Okay.
Someone say it's going to hurt.
So we will swing. We will swing 7 in the air at Matt. You've got a flyer, haven't you, Bulverik?
I do, yep.
Which is a
3-5.
3/5.
No, it's not defender, so yeah, 3-5.
3/5. It's a 3/5. So if I swing a 5/5 at you, if you want to trade, you can trade. So I'll swing 5 at Matt, at Bulverik, 7 at Matt, and then 4, 5, 4, 5, 10 in the air at Ross.
We'll take 10.
Hang on.
Yep.
I have no blocks.
Okay.
Over.
I've got no blocks.
I have no blocks.
Okay, well, before damage anyway, I'm going to pay 3 and Chaos Warp the enchantment you just played.
Which, yeah, it's fine. What?
So you shuffle it into your library, and then
Yep.
flip the top card. If it's a permanent, it goes onto the battlefield.
There's a Candlekeep just joined. Hello, Candlekeep. How you doing?
That's a lovely hit. I had to use the mana up though because I had to get rid of
Yeah.
something.
You could still flip something even better.
Yeah.
I
That's exiled. It's,
Oh, it's exiled. I thought you said
No,
shuffle
sorry,
in
no,
my
it's not.
library.
No, it's not foil. It's not foil. Sorry, I was just thinking it went to graveyard, but it didn't. It's shuffled anyway, because I'm just checking Leyline of the Void.
Does it go into my library?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does, yes.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Right. When Matt, choose one you want to go on top.
The left, top left.
This one.
Yep.
Okay. And then I reveal the top card. Yeah.
Yep. If it's a permanent, onto the onto the battlefield.
Oh, it'd be nice if my Ashen Rider comes out now, wouldn't it? It's think twice. So what happens to that?
It stays there.
On top of my library, yeah?
Yep.
Think twice. Draw 2 cards. Then flash it back and draw 2 more cards. So, okay, my beaters are then 3/2 actually. And my insect aberration, which is one at Matt, is actually now just a 5. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4 at Ross.
So this was done after blocks, you clever man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm taking what, 2? Was that?
No, if you let the damage through, you take 3.
He has to let the damage through
Yeah.
blocks.
I've
Gone
declared,
past
yeah.
blocks.
So I'll take 3.
So it's 3, yeah.
Yep.
And on that note, I will pass the turn.
Right. I shall untap. Have an upkeep and a draw.
That enchantment in this deck is
Yeah,
broken.
just a little bit.
Yeah, I get 2 for just casting the bloody thing. 2 of these. 3. Nice hit, Chaos Warp.
Okay.
Are they? Did they come in your last turn? They tapped or one tapped?
What's that?
Your fair is it? They tapped.
Oh, two, and oh fuck! I forgot that. Excuse my
It's what
French.
you've got.
They're all tapped, which means I was overly aggressive with my attacking.
Not necessarily. It might be fine.
So, I'm going to pay. Let's do a black and a treasure, or a Quixotic Genius from Exile. which makes me 2 treasures.
Jesus.
And then when an artifact enters under my control, I can discard a card if I do draw a card. 1 treasure to cast Feed the Swarm from exile, targeting Alela. Destroy target creature an opponent controls. I lose life equal to its mana value.
It's 4. Yep.
Casting that from exile makes me 2 treasures. 2 Quicksmith's Genius triggers. I may discard a card if I do draw 2 cards. I'll discard a swamp and draw 2. And I'll discard a Temple of Malice and draw 2. 1 treasure for a Reckless Fireweaver.
Uh-oh.
I know what you mean.
That's Bulverik.
Mhm.
That's how we die. Can you stop that?
Mountain for turn.
Okay.
Gets me 2 Valakut Exploration triggers. That's a
Well, that would
swamp
help.
and a Poison the Cup. Let's pay a black. Oh, I'll use the Firewall Stone.
Is the Fireweaver foil?
No, actually, good point. That would be a lot of damage otherwise.
Oh,
So
yeah.
1 and so a black and a treasure to cast Poison the Cup from exile. It is foil, so I get to exile 2 target creatures. Let's go for Arcades and Delver. And if it was foretold, which it was not, so that's fine. That
Is
gets
there
me
a
2 treasures from cast.
Am I right in thinking is Alela on the
Sorry, Alela is.
Ley line of the void.
void?
Oh yeah, Lone on a Voice still out, so everything that gets destroyed gets exiled anyway.
Yeah, well, this is true. Yeah.
Okay,
On
so
the void.
that was the 2 treasures. So that's 2 Reckless Fireweaver triggers. So you each take 2 damage, and 2 Quicksmith Genius triggers. So I will discard an Urza Saga and draw 2. And then discard a Swamp and draw 2.
Do you know what? I am stupid. I could have made 2 mana off this.
Yeah, 1 of any colour and a colourless.
Yeah. Which would have been enough to do the disenchant, and then it would have freed me up, and I could have left myself a
Oh, that's true.
count. Yeah. Oh well. Live
I'll
and learn.
black and 2 to cast a Skullport Merchant. He is foil, and when he enters the battlefield, I'll make another 2 treasures. That's another 2 Reckless Fireweaver triggers, so you each take another 2.
Done it.
Yep.
And another 2 Quicksmith Genius triggers. So I'll discard a Mountain and draw 2. And a Mountain and draw 2. Let's tap 2 black and 4, getting rid of 1 treasure, to cast a Marionette Master. It says, whenever an artifact I control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, target opponent loses life equal to Marionette Master's power. I'm gonna fabricate 3, putting 3 counters on it. So whenever I sacrifice a treasure, I can have target opponent lose 4 life.
You're not with Leyline of the Void on the field, no? Because
I can.
Opponents.
It's opponents. And it's if a card anyway, so treasures don't count. Because treasures aren't cards. Okay. Let's go big or go home. I'll sacrifice 8 treasures to add 16 mana. All of it, well, 8 black, 8 colourless. What it's worth. I have 8 Marionette Master triggers. for a total of. Who's on what?
32.
Yeah. Let's send 4 of them at Harry, and 2 at Ross and 2 at Bulverik. So, Harry, you lose 16 life. Ross, you lose 8, and Bulverik, you lose 8. With this 16 mana floating, I'm going to cast a Torment of Hellfire for X equals 14.
I think we're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So lose 3 life, or sacrifice a non-land permanent, or discard a card.
Lose
14
how many?
times.
14. I
14,
might be able
yeah.
to do that. I might be able to do that. 14.
Yep.
Okay. How many cards do you have left in hand?
Me,
Yeah.
5.
And how much mana have you got left?
That's all my mana.
Okay, so Bulverik, over to you to resolve. Oh no, it'd be Harry to resolve first.
Why would it be me?
Because it's active player, non-active player, so we go.
Yeah. Reverse clockwise around the table.
You got 14.
Okay. 10. And 11.
God damn you, Matt.
12. And how much do you take if you don't?
3 damage, or 3 life, lose 3 life.
Okay. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna move. Leave that there. 4, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll take 3 damage. Here's the good bit. I've just helped because if you're doing it in order, my O-ring field, which means you get your own.
No, so it doesn't. Even though you choose it, everyone's got to resolve
Yeah,
it before
it
then
won't.
that trigger goes back on the stack.
I won't get that back.
Oh, okay.
Not until after resolution of the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what,
Yeah,
X is 14?
Yep.
1, 2,
I've discarded a warden,
6,
a
7.
Ristic Study, a Negate, and a Hushbringer.
Ugh. To exile.
11, and I'll take 12 damage.
Oof.
But that leaves me with Fynn, Sedge Scorpion, Ambush, 5 Guardian Project, 3 lands, and I discarded a bunch of lands. Vorinclex, Elvish Mystic, Heroic Intervention, Ragdoll, and Whisper Silk Cloak.
Very nice. Bulverik.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Isn't it? So fucking hell, I don't know what I did. Use everything. So I've got 20. 6. So I need to get rid of 8 things. 2, 3. 7.
You can't sacrifice lands.
I can't.
Nope. Non-land permanent.
Oh, right. Oh, in that case, I die. Oh, no, I don't.
You just have to get rid of the creatures instead.
Yeah.
I die though. I can only discard 4, so 2. Leaves you with 8 triggers. 8 times 3 is 24.
24.
Yeah, I'm out. Oh,
Solar Gate's back. Yay! It'll turn the tide.
Combat.
Oh, balls.
I'll swing everything at Heath.
Oof, indeed.
Yeah, I've done this right. So that's a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah.
Grim Hireling says, whenever one or more creatures I control deals combat damage to a player, make 2 treasure tokens. So that will make 3.
Sack 'em all.
3 Reckless Fireweaver triggers, deals you 3 damage, Ross.
Hang on, why 3? It's not foil.
And it's not foil. Still 2. It's fine. 2, sorry.
Yep.
Move to my end step. Valakut Exploration still has the cards exiled under it, so I shall deal you 1 damage. Because it's foil, I'll deal you 2.
Yeah, I was drawing land.
I wish I'd drawn land. You know, the worst thing is, I could have stopped all of that. Ornithopter gave me 2 mana. I had a handful of cat spells at that point, but they're all 2 mana to cast.
What a day.
Oh well.
Whoa. So that's game 1 of our only foils. So foils do more. Prosper took the victory. While we shuffle up and get ready for next game.
That's brutal.
That's absolutely brutal. So we had Fynn doing 6 poison counters on 1 swing. Whoa. We had Alela pumping out tokens doing something silly like, what was that, 30 flying damage or something. Or it could have been.
To be fair, yeah.
If we had that enchantment out, it would have been nuts.
Would have been more, yeah.
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 Then we got Prosper just doing shenanigans with artifact triggers, getting extra artifacts, and I was just sitting there going, da, 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 da. Here's my forest, comes in untapped, yay! Oh, so foils do more. They certainly do.
Certainly. I was waiting for Ross to play his collector roof.
I don't actually run it in this deck. It doesn't. Generally
Doesn't
be
adapt
dead
it.
by the time I would have it.
Yeah.
So
It's a hate card, that's all it is.
you want to check out these special rules that we're playing with, www.onlyfoils.co.uk. Get looking because they're nuts. Like, you play a draw spell, you draw more cards. You play a bounce spell, you bounce more creatures. It's just
Fetch land, go find 2 basic lands.
yeah. Evolving Wilds get you 2 basics.
Untapped.
Untapped, yeah. A Sea Gates gets you 3 mana. Well, of any colour. Well, tap it for 3 colours. Absolutely bonkers. Just to remind everyone, we do have the giveaway today, courtesy of candlekeep.co.uk. We've got a Dominaria pack. To give it away last week, but unfortunately we took a break instead. So get in on that giveaway. Exclamation mark raffle will get you in on the giveaway, and that's all you need to type. If you're subscribed, you can get a little extra, which is cool. Right, I'm gonna roll 13.
13.
I got 13.
20.
Oh, Halcyon, you could have got 13.
Could have done.
That would have been funny. 413s. What? Never seen that before. That sounds something as well. Is that the Brothers War is live for pre-order on candlekeep.co.uk's website. Go have a look. If you're looking for older boxes, older booster packs, singles, accessories, Magic Madhouse can sort you out on that. Make sure you use that affiliate link. See the QR code flash by every now and then. When it catch up, it will give you the link. Apparently, Streamlabs is having a break right now.
Play a break.
Taking 5.
Taking 5. I don't right, didn't I? That helps it. Apparently it's not working. That's helpful. Right. Shuffling up, get ready for game 2. That's quite a quick game actually.
Gonna be, won't they?
They tend to be with fairly highly foiled decks.
Broken rules, yeah.
But you just get off to a faster start generally. Like a foil ramp card or a foil fetch land just sets you turns ahead of where you should be.
Realised how strong foil cards are in lands. Like,
Are you changing your deck around now?
I'm not there.
Putting a couple of those Infinity foil lands in there.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not.
No, they were always foil. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
had a few.
No, I'm not. I'm not putting them in. I'll keep it as it is. Right, I think I'm good. Everyone else good?
Yep.
Go back to the screen.
Heath, do you want to reset your live title?
Oh,
Well, it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
need to.
We're
I did say, do you want to?
going to start with any pre-game actions.
No,
Nope.
coming in.
All right, lead the way, Halcyon.
I shall draw, as is my right. On Foily Swamp, tap it for a Foily Force 1 Paladin. 1 word with Menage, and I can pay 2 to tap, pay a life, make a treasure token. Or pay 2, tap, pay a life, and make 2 treasure tokens. That's
Pass. Okay, so we'll draw. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Oh. Not much foil in this hand, I'm a little bit worried. Okay, we're going to start with...
peasant's hand, you said.
A peasant's hand, yes. One does not giveth with foliage. However, I think I will start with a Broker's Hideout, which will get me a land and life immediately. So it doesn't matter if it comes to play tapped, it just gives you 1 land down, unfortunately, and 1 life. Forest, plains, or islands, so what do I want actually? Doesn't actually matter. Yeah. An island comes into play, I'm tapped, gain a life, and I'm going to pass 10.
I will draw.
Foily there.
I will see your foil land, and I'll raise you foil fetch land.
Ah.
Ooh, very nice.
I'll pay 2 life, and I'll crack certain categories.
Nice.
It's just 1 life with the chain to opponents paying.
Yeah, right. I'll pay 1 life then.
Get two lands for 1 life.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't gain life. I didn't.
2 foil snow-covered forests.
Seems good.
Play 4 fetch lands, and you too can just play 2 lands in 1 turn.
And then I'll tap them to play Fynn and pass the turn.
Or you could just be cheaper and get a foil of Autumn Wilds and do the same thing.
Which is exactly what I did last game. I did forget.
Okay.
Or Terramorphic Expanse.
so-
Yeah, Terramorphic
I
Expanse.
don't think I got a foil one though.
I'll play Foiled Islands.
Mine didn't turn up. Oh, nice.
Oof, an old foil.
Oh, is that Onslaught? Or Urza's Saga?
This one, it's Arena.
Ah.
Arena. So that's promo.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask just to check I've got this right. If I play an artifact that allows me to... Does it allow me to add both?
Sorry, you cut out.
If it's adding either,
Yeah.
then whatever you choose, it then adds an extra colourless.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get either +1 colour.
Yes.
Yeah, if it's foil.
So any
Oh,
non-land
yeah.
permanent that taps for mana, taps for that mana plus an additional colourless.
Okay.
Yes. I looked it up recently.
Okay.
So ironically, chromatic orrery is still awesome.
Okay. And does a foil give you a reduction in mana cost?
No.
No.
If it says you may pay 1.
No. You may pay 1 is still just you may pay 1.
Sorry, you went all darky on me there.
So it's still the same. It's only reduction or taxes are affected.
Additional costs are different.
Okay, so it says here, if an effect would reduce the cost of a spell or ability, it reduces it by an additional
But if
1.
it's just you may pay 1, that's just the cost. It's not getting reduced
Yeah.
or taxed.
Yeah, I
It's just
gotcha. Yeah.
the
Okay.
cost.
So I am going to do this and cast a Field Mist border post and return a basic land to my hand. This is foil.
No.
Yep.
Okay, so I will tap it for a blue and a colourless. And I will cast a Mystic Remora and a Skull Clamp.
Very nice.
Well, I guess they come in play tap. So neither of them are.
Whoa.
Okay. But I have no lands.
That seems
But
good.
that's quite.
We got one in the hand.
Yeah, I've got at least one in my hand. Yes.
And a mistake.
I will pass the turn.
Untap and draw. Play a mountain. I normally don't feed the fish, but he's drawing so many cards anyway. 2 mana for a liquid metal talk.
Trigger on fish.
Yeah, you can have it. And I'll add double colourless to cast a prophetic prism. On
Trigger.
edges, draw 2 cards. And I shall pass.
Okay, we're going to untap. Upkeep, draw. Let's show some real bling, shall we? Foil Temple Garden E2. Actually,
You don't have to.
no,
You don't need to pay 2.
no, because it
It's
just
just
comes
foil.
in and yeah,
Just is it the foil comes in on that.
garden. And I will pay 2 for the Birth of Melintis on foil. I'll just get a single basic planes, put it in my hand.
Trigger on fish.
You can have it. Put a raw coat on there. Go get a plane, so now I'm going to cost it.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Gonna play another snow-covered forest. It is foil. I'm gonna tap 1 and feed the fish by playing Carpet of Flowers.
Is that foil?
Trigger.
Fortunately, that's not foil. I'm not fortunate enough to own a foil one. I'm then going to pay 1 and cast in the harm Renegade.
Trigger on fish.
No, because it's a
That's
creature.
a creature.
It is a creature. My apologies.
Stop getting so. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying to remember his triggers, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I haven't played Bulverik in a while. I'm going to swing Fynn at you for 1 damage.
Thanks! Take 1.
And 3 poison counters.
3 poison counters.
No, I don't want it.
Busted.
You can take 4 if you want.
I'm good. I'll take 3.
P the T.
That Carpet of Flowers is tapped, isn't it?
Oh, well, for all the difference
It doesn't
would
matter,
make.
but yeah.
For what it's worth.
I'm gonna grab my tokens.
what
2
it-
seconds.
Be upside down if you really want.
I'm going to let the fish die because I can't play all the cards I'm drawing. And I will draw a card. Okay, that's actually good. I'll play an island.
Where'd you get the island from?
Yeah.
Didn't know you
I
had
will
that.
then play to get a 1 and a 1. And I will play an Ornithopter of Paradise.
Very nice.
What's Bulverik?
I'll take the I'll make a black and a white, black and a colourless, and cast Bitter Blossom.
Very nice.
And that
Oh.
also comes in tapped.
Oh no, I was going to say.
Oh, that
foil
would be,
Bitter Blossom.
yeah, if I had a foil Bitter Blossom,
Cool.
that would be so lovely.
Combine foil Blitter Blossom with foil Skull Clam.
Yeah,
Done.
draw the whole deck.
Yeah, exactly.
And on that note, I will then, I don't think there's anything to be left. So I will then do my foil preordain. So I'll scry 3 and then draw 2 cards.
Very nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to discard that. 1, 2, 3.
There you go, Heath. Fairy Road.
Oh, I want one. I want lots of them. I could find, where'd you get that one from? What's that from?
Double Masters Collectibles.
Double Masters Collector Booter.
Got one.
I bottomed all 3, guys.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
And I draw 2. And I will I can't believe. Oh.
I can't believe I forgot tokens for this thing. Don't know how to do that.
I'm going to discard down to that leaves me 7.
Tap.
I'll
Keep.
pass the draw.
Liquid Metal Torp makes 2. 1 into Prophetic Prism makes 2, so that's 3 mana in total. 1 of it being coloured from the prism. And then an extra 1 for Prosper. 1 for a tapped Soul Ring. And a Blood Crit tapped. End step, Prosper finds a Wild Magic Sorcerer and a Reckless Fireweaver. Yes.
Uh-oh. I wonder how that ended.
With you.
That past turn, was it?
Yep.
What's the token in top? Okay, so untap, upkeep goes to 2. I get a 0/4 colourless wall. That'll do. It's a 0/4 hard for that. Draw. I tapped. Renegade. It's foil that comes to the player tapped. I will choose Island and Plains. Mana. What do I want to do? Probably going to. Yeah, we're past 10 there. Yeah, past 10.
Tap. Upkeep. Draw. Play a foil snow-covered forest. I'm going to use the mana from Carpet of Flowers and add 4. Yeah, to cast Oran Frostfang, which will enter tapped. Attacking creatures you control have Death Touch. When a creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And I'll only get to draw 1 because it's not foil.
Very good card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't quite do what I need it to do at the moment, so I need to draw cards, so I'm going to share the love. Bulverik, you can again take Fynn, and Heath, you can take Narman. So you're each taking 1 point of damage and getting 3 poison counters.
Hang on, sorry. How much mana did you draw through Carpet?
1. And that's 5 mana.
It should have, yeah, but Carpet should have been 3. Bulverik's
Why?
only got 3. Hang on, no, Bulverik's only got 2 islands.
He's only got 1.
He's got 2 island and he has got 2. That's what I'm checking.
What?
Oh, sorry, it's a temple garden. I thought it was the. Sorry, my apologies, just the 1. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm taking 1 and 3 poison.
Yep. And Heath's
Ouch.
taking the same. So I'll draw a card from hitting Bulverik. And from Heath.
6 poison cards.
Sorry, I needed the card draw.
It's fine.
I could have put you on 9. I didn't. For what that's worth. Pass the turn.
Ouch.
I'm trying to come up with a plan.
Keep. Okay.
Saga
Cast
cards.
Mystic Sanctuary.
Misty Sanctuary.
It's foil. Instant or sorcery card on top of my graveyard on my library.
You can choose 2, I think.
I've
Yep.
only got 1. I've only got the 1.
Oh, actually, Mystic Sanctuary is really nice with it in foil because it just bypasses the enters tap thing and
Yeah.
gets you 2 sorceries regardless.
Imagine playing a modern game with Valakut in foil rules.
Scape
Enters
shift.
on tap. 4 damage.
Scape shift to be nuts. Tier deck once.
Okay. I'm going to create a blue and a colourless. Probably use a blue dice, but I'll take the colourless and I'll equip this to the fairy.
Yep.
Fairy dies, draw 2 cards. Okay.
We know it's got preordained, lads. It is so dangerous. I just can't believe how fast he is.
You play some more islands, I'll leave you alone.
Yeah, he's got 2 now.
Deal. I can give you 2 islands.
No, I haven't. I've got 1 island.
Mystic
No.
Sanctuary is an
It's
island.
Oh,
an island.
yeah, it's an island. Yeah, didn't know that. There you go. Right.
I only know that because you can fetch it, which is broken as F.
Okay,
Turn it over.
this is, I didn't know that. This is ridiculous.
Yep, that was one of the biggest mistakes. I mean, there's plenty of mistakes they made with Mystic Sanctuary, but one of them is giving it a basic land type.
So, I mean, on the field, we've got Mystic Sanctuary and Skull Clamp. Wizards does not make mistakes. Let's just agree this now.
Yeah, of course not.
I mean, fetch lands in general.
I need to upgrade my monitors because that looks.
Okay.
Let's check my tablet. I want to see this beautiful thing. What are you? Should be hopefully this month I'll get the upgrade.
But you haven't passed, have you, Heath? You're just thinking.
I'm thinking. I can claim 1, but I can't.
Play the anti-prosper spell, whatever that is.
Well, to be fair, if you weren't going to keep battering me for 3 poison,
I got a plan.
you put me into a position because
It's all right.
you could, theoretically, I know your deck works to die in 1 swing. So if I leave myself open, which means I've got to play a creature, then I can't matter.
I can only deal 3. I can't buff my creatures to deal more.
No, not at the moment. You're going to draw a load of cards in it.
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't
but buffing
matter. I
them doesn't help.
can't. Buffing because it's Fynn that deals the set poison damage.
It's not
took
multiplied
6.
by 2, it's just a trigger where you get 2 poison.
I took 6 poison counters in 1 hit last game.
Yeah, that was from 2 creatures though.
Yeah, well, that's my point.
Yeah.
You've got 3 creatures open. If I play a creature to block you,
I've
myself.
got a plan that doesn't revolve around hitting you.
Right, can I just get involved in this
It
conversation?
does not involve hitting you either.
Oh, perfect. Alright, just want
I've
to
got
clarify
a
that.
plan. Yeah, I've got a plan.
As long as it's not hitting me, Ross, I'm okay with it.
I'm hitting myself. That's the plan.
Stop hitting yourself.
Unfortunately, Fynn is actually well worded. It's creature you control deals combat damage, so you can't do it that way.
Okay.
I believe I can with the inclusion of a Yu-Gi-Oh card that I put in this deck.
Damage reversal.
It is foil though.
I'm going to preordain.
Okay.
Scry 2, and then draw a card. I'll scry 3, then draw 2 cards. 1, 2, 3.
My faster mana round. My soul rings, my arc insignia and stuff.
And fetch lands are where it's at, I think.
I've got 4 fetch lands in here, not some one yet.
I have less and have just been extremely lucky.
Just going to check the order of these. And I will draw 2.
I just realised I've got these that I didn't put in the deck.
Oh, very nice.
Passages, yeah.
Yeah, I really should have done that.
Oh, I have one somewhere. I'll put it.
Ugh, counterbalance. Blah.
Counterbalance.
Oh. No snack.
Okay.
And I need to discard down. So I will discard. Can't believe I'm discarding this, but a Liliana Spectre, which is foiled, which would make you. Right. And on that, I'll pass the turn.
Tap. Keep. Draw. Black and 2, using the two permanents for an Agent of the Iron Throne. Which says, commander creatures I own have, whenever an artifact or creature I control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life because it's foil. That's a mana value 3.
Okay.
Counterbalance, Heath?
No.
Nope.
I'll tap a further 3 for Zorn. If I would create 1 or more treasure tokens, instead create those tokens plus an additional treasure. Good.
Well, not really, but.
And then I'll tap 1 and a red to cast Reckless Fireweaver from exile.
Please say you got 2.
Counterbalance.
Ha! There we go.
Counterbalance.
Tricks.
I roll a tricks for 2.
UCMC counter that. Prosper trigger and Zorn trigger makes me 4 treasures in total.
Thank fuck for that.
Well, that's what I had to set myself up for, but I'm wide open to the beats now from Ross, as I said I would be.
You're not.
Let's play a mountain per turn.
I'll let you live for that.
And I'll sack 2 treasures to cast the Wild Magic Sorcerer from exile, getting me 4 treasures.
Oh, how many is that? A Wild Magic Sorcerer?
Yeah, 4/3. It's a 4 mana spell.
A full man.
4 mana. Yeah, okay.
The first spell I cast from exile each turn has Cascade.
Yeah, I played that anyway. Hold on, Nick. So good.
Yes, it's very good. I'm going to.
Is anyone else starting to get worried by Prosper?
I get worried about all of you.
I'm going to change my land drop, because you can, because no extra information. Play a Swamp instead. Play a black to reanimate, targeting Reckless Fireweaver.
Oh, okay.
That's so good.
Well, I've got that.
They're all so nice to you on your take back.
And then I'll move to my end step, trigger Prosper, finding a Damnation, and an Orobrask Heretic Praetor.
Cast a damnation.
It's a sorcery, and I'm in my end step, so I'll pass turn.
Oh. Untap. Upkeep, draw. Gain 2 life. Does this get attacked? Yeah. That helps me. Whoa! Right. An island. For 4 manas. Arcades. Arcades, rather. I need blockers. Pass them.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I play foil snow-covered forest as land for turn. Okay. So using the 2 from Carpenter Flowers, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to cast Green Sun Zenith where X is equal to 6.
Oh, this smells like a Vorinclex.
Yeah, it's not, unfortunately, because
Aw.
I'll get through. Any responses to the casting of Green Sun Zenith?
Nope.
I got nothing.
Cool. Sadly, it's not Vorinclex, it's something a lot less cool.
Aw.
It's a Vigor that will enter the battlefield tapped, and Green Sun Zenith will get shuffled back in.
Still
So-
seems pretty good.
If damage will be dealt to a creature I control, Vigor prevents the damage and puts a +1/+1 counter on each creature for the damage prevented that way. If it will be sent to the graveyard, shuffle it into my library. I'm then going to get a combat, and I'm going to swing 1, 2, 3, all at Matt. 2, 6, 1, 2, 1, 3, all have death touch. In fact, yeah, that's it. Or you can just choose to take the 9 poison counters.
No, let's not. It's still going to be a good amount of poison counters.
None of them have trample.
Yeah.
Get rid of your combo pieces or take the poison damage.
Yeah, I'm going to block Fynn with my Forsworn Paladin.
Cool.
And before damage, sack 2 treasures. We're down to 4. Giving me 2 black and 2. That's 4 mana. No, I'm actually going to have to make it 6 mana, sacking a 3rd treasure. So, 3 treasure triggers. Agent of the Iron Throne. Each opponent loses 6 life.
Cool.
Sack 3 treasures. I'm going to spend 3 of this mana to give my Forsworn Paladin +3/+0 and Death Touch.
Awesome.
Yep. And I will then spend 2 of it. We'll have to fizzle to tap it, pay a life, and make 4 more treasure tokens.
Cool. So, what size is Forsworn Paladin now?
It's a 4/1. 4 more treasure tokens, which Reckless Fireweaver then pings you all for 4.
Okay, so all combat damage is prevented to my creatures. Your guy dies, and Fynn
Oh,
gets
that's true.
4 +1/+1 counters.
I forgot about Vigor.
Now you've got a 1/2 and a 2/6.
I'll take the 3 and stick poison counters.
Cool, and then I will draw 2 cards.
I forgot about Vigor. You literally just played it. Agent of the Iron Throne trigger on Forsworn Paladin. You all lose 2 life.
He has less stuff on the board, guys. Pass. That's all I can do.
Draw. Just what I drew.
Also, means if he casts Damnation, he hurts himself. I'm hoping.
I'll play Fable Passage. My
Hey.
oily Fable Passage,
Lovely.
which I'll sack, and I will fetch 2 foil basic lands.
It will just enter untapped.
So they come in on tap, don't they?
If they're foil.
They're both foil.
Well, actually, in this particular scenario, because it's a trigger, Fable Passage would then untap them anyway.
Oh, yes, because you would have to control 4 lands.
So I'll fetch a swamp and a plains. Yay, we have lands.
3,000 mana.
We have mana, yeah.
Yay.
Okay.
Want to check out the rules that we're playing with? www.onlyfoils.co.uk. Don't do OnlyFans, it's only foil.
That's an entirely different website.
Yeah.
Much poorer and worse, in my opinion.
Yeah. It doesn't contain in-depth rules on Magic the Gathering.
No.
Exactly.
Clearly, only Fools is better.
Yep.
Okay.
Making sure I get the glare just right on my treasure token so that you know it's foil.
There you go.
I'm gonna evoke
Oh,
a foil.
oh, you got one.
Oh!
So I draw 3 cards. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and it's sacrificed.
So, Bulverik, what's the most bling foil card you actually own?
In this deck?
No, just own outright.
Would have to be probably a non-magic card.
Oh,
Ooh, one of your Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Right.
I would have a first edition Charizard.
oh, very
I
nice.
do have one of those.
Now you're torn between naming a magic card and naming that.
I'll attach my skull clamp, floating a white and a colourless, so I'll leave white here, and I'll attach skull clamp to my fairy too.
Good. Drawn enough cards yet, Heath?
Sorry,
Drawn enough cards yet?
I'm not finding anything. That's the shame here. The shame.
If you need lands, I've got hundreds in my hand. You can have them. I don't care. You can just take them.
I'd still say my biggest bling is probably my magic card.
First foil.
Lightning Dragon.
Ooh, very nice.
Not.
It's pretty.
What's
Your
stuff to
first foil.
all my bling bling stuff. Like,
All of my bling bling stuff is not actually bling. It's just old.
yeah. In this deck, best bling card probably would be Full Fetchers,
Yeah.
followed by Mixstone actually. I could pick 4 fetchers up cheaper than a Mixstone.
Wow.
But it is the invention or whatever it's called version.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, Kaladesh Inventions are pretty sweet.
Not seen it yet.
Just
It's in there somewhere.
what is it?
Mixstone.
Take a white. I'll take the white, and I will cast my monk thing.
That's Japanese, isn't it? Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese.
And he's foil. Nice.
Okay. He's not foil. I wish he was.
Tap.
Yeah, it's just tapped.
Yeah, that's fine. And I'm going to attach my skull clamp to it.
Just gonna kill it.
Oh, I've never seen a Saracen so viciously savaged.
Only had 40 life, right? Is that the one?
I know. I was actually having to check that because I've never seen that happen before a commander.
This is bonkers.
You're proper digging, ain't you? Trying to find.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is we haven't really done anything to Matt.
No, and I've absolutely just completely and utterly messed that right up because I needed a white. Oh, you stupid. Oh, there's all sorts of things I want. Okay. That's just so bad. Right, in that case,
Would be sick. A foil mill deck.
I'm going to.
Bit grim.
I reckon foil token-based decks are still probably among the best.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I'm going to put my play my top.
I'm gonna say it again. My mate won't let me have his foil doubling season. Well, not have. I'll offer to.
I will then keep that.
If he's watching.
Keep that.
I think his foil doubling season isn't. Again, it just adds 1. It doesn't double the double.
Yeah.
But going back to sort of good commanders, I think commanders like Matt's do really benefit because everything you want to do is on the commander, and the commander doubles all the effects.
There's commanders.
I'm just a bit. I mean, let's be honest. How deep am I? And I am. And that's not including the enchantments. That's.
What are you digging for?
Yeah, instant speed answers. But
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They're hiding.
You're also not going to have any mana to cast them if you dig any deeper.
No, well, I won't now. Just relying on. So we will bin all those and. Bin, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm bidding a Skycat Sovereign, Tide Hollow Strix, Prismatic Lens, Scoured Barrens, and my really pretty dark away.
Ooh, very nice.
You've really had it in for Skycat Sovereign this evening.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Lord.
Yeah. so there you go, and I'll pass my.
So we just skip Matt's turn, yeah?
Yeah.
He doesn't need to do anything.
Cool.
He's ready already.
Red and 2, and 2 red and 3. Cast Orobrask Heretic Praetor from exile.
Oh,
What is this doing?
So this one is at the beginning of my upkeep, exile the top card of my library and play it this turn. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, the next time they would draw a card, instead they exile it and they may play it this turn. So gets me an extra card. It's non-foil. So it gets me an extra card and it turns your first draw of every turn into an impulse draw. Many triggers. I have a trigger from Prosper to make treasure on the stack, and I have a Wild Magic Sorcerer. I'm going to go with the Wild Magic Sorcerer first. So Orobrask has Cascade, so Cascade into a 4 or less. Not Blasphemous Act. Leyline of the Void. Why not? And cast from exile makes.
Wait, hang on. Heath, do you want to trigger counterbalance?
That's true.
On what? Leyline of the Void?
Either.
Yeah, that's not what. It's not going to hurt. It's far worse thing.
Yeah, but it triggers for the top CMC anyway.
It's a free CMT, you're right. So let's have a look. Yeah, we'll have a look.
Boone!
It's a land.
Boone's here.
No. Boone! The founder of the format.
So, Leyline of the Void and Orobrask cast from exile makes me 8 treasures, which then gives me 8 Reckless Fireweaver pings. You each lose 8.
Hey, Maestro DPL, how you doing? Boone's here too.
And I will then sacrifice 10 treasures.
So, Boone, can I make a suggestion while Matt's having his turn that you do a announcement for ban lists for your format onlyfoils.co.uk and the first one to be Prosper? Yeah?
So I've just sacrificed 10 treasures, adding 10 green mana. Agent of the Iron Throne will trigger. Whenever an artifact or creature I control is put in the graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life.
Yeah, we all die.
20 life.
We all die! No bans at any point ever. Oh, Boone. Format fairness. To be honest, Prosper, that deck is nuts. Absolute nuts. It's twice now. Oh, wrong button. Sorry, guys. We're back.
What, one more game?
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah,
for one.
yeah.
So it's
It
twice.
might actually be the least foiled out of all of them.
Yeah, the thing is, it's Prosper that's foil. That's the point.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
Like-
thing. It has to be key cards in the deck. It doesn't have to be the whole thing.
Key cards and lands.
Yeah.
Mainly.
Yes, Maestro, it has been a while. So we're playing a custom format founded by Boone. Yeah, Fire Weaver wasn't foil.
The agent, the Iron Throne was.
Yeah. So our custom format is foils do more.
And they certainly do.
And they certainly do. www.onlyfoils.co.uk is a brand new format that's been custom made. We've got 2 members of the frag community here and the founder in chat right now. So
And one member of the frag is absolutely destroying the game.
just to let you know, everyone, we have a raid.
Hey!
Dusty _ thank you for the raid. How you doing, mate? What were you up to? What were you playing? Please let me know. We're in between our Magic games at the moment. We're getting ready for our 3rd Magic game. We've played 2 already. First game and second game taken by a Prosper win. We are doing.
I would say I don't make the rules, but
Kind of do.
He's the founder. Well, no, he's what were you?
Boone's the founder.
Boone's the founder.
Boone's the founder.
What would you call yourself then?
With a frag.
Members of the
Or-
frag.
Frag.
Group.
So remember the frag. I don't know. Can you tell me what frag stands for?
Foil
Foils
Rules
Rules
Advisory
Advisory
Group.
Group.
Okay. Foils Rules Advisory Group. You heard it there. Foils do more. A custom format that we are currently playing some Commander with, and foils certainly do more. Let me put it in chat so you can have a little nosy. Onlyfoils.co.uk. Hashtag foils do more. Yes. I'm yet to see what my deck does at the moment. I seem to be getting stuck on these bloody lands that come into play tapped. I had the forest in my hand again.
Turn.
What do you get free?
3.
I got 17. So just before we get into this probably last game. Oh, it's been fun. It has been fun. Agreed. Just to let you know, for all the latecomers coming in the stream, welcome. My name is Bulverik Games, and we are here. We are a variety streamer, and today is Magic the Gathering. We'll be going to the table very shortly. We do giveaways quite regularly. So today's giveaway is a Dominaria original pack. Dominaria original, not United. The original pack. I think it's 2015, I think it was.
You get some mulligan.
We're going to be giving that away at the end of the stream. To get in on that, you need to be a follower. Type !raffle, and that gives you a ticket into the giveaway. If you're a subscriber, you do get an extra as a thank you from me. Oh, thank you, Streamlabs. You kind of know when to talk. Where were you earlier? We do have a bigger giveaway, the road to 500. If you are not already in our Discord, please head on over to our Discord and go to the general channel. The general channel will give you all the information you need for the road to 500. Once we hit 500 followers, we'll be doing that giveaway, and that's massive. Yeah, you don't want to miss that. So I got 17. Did anyone beat me?
I got 2.
I got 11.
Okay, so I'll be leading it then. And once we draw 7, and we'll go back to the table.
Keeping my second 7.
Yes, foils.
Same.
Onlyfoils.co.uk. Absolute nuts. Go check it out. It is a custom format. It is not a sanctioned format from Wizard.
Yet.
Give it time.
Yeah.
It's one way of boosting their foil sales.
Yeah. So in Twitter.
The reason to buy foil secret layers.
Yeah, true. Right, let's draw my 7, see what I've got. Yeah, so on Twitter, just spam Wizards with only #only foils do more. Okay. Trying to work out whether or not I want to keep this hand. Dropped in cards. What's the worst that could happen? I'll keep this one. Right. So yes. We get into, everyone good with their hands.
Yep.
Oh, so we'll push this button. We're gonna go to the table. We're on the table. Right. Any pre-game actions, guys?
None for me.
I know there's a Alela in the void around somewhere.
Okay. Are you ready? Okay. I'll be down 2 seconds.
Yeah. Right. So we're ready to start. Let's go.
Bulverik and Heath, don't forget your life.
Oh.
Oh yeah, again. I just want to die quick. I'm just helping Matt cut corners here.
Doing that for us time. Just need to reset my poison as well. I ain't going to be staying on 6 poison.
Oh, you definitely should be.
No. What do I need to do that for? Right, so I'm going to start off with a draw. This is my God-given right as a Magic player. I'll draw this card. Okay. God, wife's just opened the door and it's giving me a nice waft of cold air in here. It's nice.
I've
Right.
just got to go.
Yeah, you
Tuck
go.
one of the kids in. I'm at 6 right this second, obviously.
Yeah, that's fine. You go. Right, so I'm going to start off with a command tower. Foil, must add. So that taps for, what, 1 mana? And it comes into play on
Just
tap.
one.
And land still 1.
Yeah, land's still 1, yes. Yeah. So command tower
It
dashes
comes in
don't-
untapped, which is the big thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't tap anyway. Oh, of course, yeah, foil would tap if it was unfoil. Yeah, so pass the 10. So for the new people out there, if it is not foil, it will come into play tapped. It's part and parcel of the rules.
Okay. I'm going to play a foil Evolving Wilds. Crack it. For
So good.
2 untapped foil basics. Because that's
do
the
more.
rules.
Foils do more, literally.
Foils do more.
It's good to have a fetchy in the starting hand. I've got loads of fetches in here, right? Where are they?
It wasn't in my starting hand, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which means that for the second game in a row, I can cast my commander turn 1.
So dangerous.
Scary.
Huh?
And just because I don't know what else I'm going to do it, I'm going to exile Elvish Spirit Guide from my hand and play a Soul Ring.
Oh,
Turn.
very nice.
Fortunately, not a foil one.
Ah.
Nice. Foil Evolving Wilds fetching foil basics is also agreed. My foil Evolving Wilds didn't turn up in time. I was well gutted about that.
Even better than a foil, I've got a D&D foil one.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I've got one in the post as well.
Yeah. If it, this deck is fully legal, there'll be no proxies in here, so I'll be taking it to the shop as well. So whenever we do some
Yeah, no,
in-person-
saying this is a real deck.
yeah, no proxies.
Forgot about Fable Passage though. I could have put Fable Passage in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about Fable Passage. To be honest, we got a load of promos, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of the point of playing the format. You realise that the stuff you make, you build a deck, and then you realise it's where you need to improve.
Yeah. Back to the talker screen for a minute while waiting for HTG to come back. Yes. Next week we're going to be doing some Infinity themed Commander. It's next Monday. Undecided whether or not it's all going to be Infinity themed. I know there's definitely going to be 2 players that are going to be Infinity themed, but we'll see. The idea is that we pick an Infinity Commander and we're going to build a deck. And
Are you allowed to use silver bordered cards?
let's see why not. The reason why I built my deck without silverboard cards is because I kind of want it as a deck. So I've gone for what's his name? Maga of the Magic Strings. He's right there, look, and he is a what they call a Galaxy foil.
Oof. I bet that's worth a pretty penny at the moment.
I don't know, I'm not sure. But he's definitely going to be good. He's going to be my go-to commander for next Monday. We're going to be doing some shenanigans with that. Right. HTG's back.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. It gives me a chance to promote. It's fine.
Okay. Right.
Time to
Here we
shoot.
go.
We've got a turn 1 Fynn on the battlefield again.
Oh,
But I don't think you need to worry about Fynn just yet.
I think you do, Matt.
Yeah.
I kept this hand for the gas. Marsh flats.
Is it foil?
Foiling is foil.
Oh,
What about
Foil
mystery
marshal.
booster playtest card?
Okay.
if those are legal next week, Ian, you can borrow my sliver deck if you want.
Okay.
I'll be totally honest with you. I'm happy. It's going to be a bonker stream, so you just got to imagine. You got to remember, it's over a camera. So I know Infinity was built to be done in person, and there are some cards that require you to do things in person. So just bear that in mind. And I don't care what's in your deck. I did a Christmas themed deck with banned Christmas cards. Fun. I was playing gifts. I was giving people gifts. Right. Yeah, playtest cards will be alright. I don't see why not. How's that got?
Live Drazi.
Sliv Drazi, yeah.
Is that the one? Or Sliv Mizzet? Oh yeah,
Sliv Drazi. It does have Sliv Mizzet in it as well, because why not?
Just Sliv Mizzet.
Hey,
Splash.
there we go.
Yeah.
And now, so I will go and get my contaminated aquifer, which is oil.
Nice.
You will also get to find a basic.
Yeah.
Yep. I am looking for said basic now, which is a plains, which is also foil.
Look at that.
So would you say in that candle keep, are you wanting a slot next week? Because I know you pulled out. I've got 2
like
spaces
he's
I need to
tempted.
fill. He sounds like he's tempted.
Here we go. So we will.
He's volunteering Roth instead.
I know. Unfortunately, I have D&D on Mondays, and I'm already letting my friends down in a boss fight right now. So
We will
Guys, you
We
couldn't go
will-
anywhere anyway.
cast.
it's virtual D&D.
Oh, okay, sorry, I'll turn it back. Prism.
No, we won't cast Prism yet. Cast Ornithopter.
Remember that taps 2 mana hit, HCG.
And you can tap it this turn.
Yep.
Yep.
Hasty.
Pseudo haste.
Turn 1 fetches is just bonkers. Absolute bonkers. Especially if they're foil.
I think we do this time. We'll take 2 off this and just foil.
Lovely.
So I'll draw 2 cards.
Good.
And now I've got to.
I think that puts you on 7.
Yes, it does. And on that note, then, I will pass the turn with all the gas.
This
I'll
turn 1
drop down.
plays.
Air Swamp and a Forsworn Paladin again, and I'll just pass.
I only played a land. I play fair merchant.
This is foil rules. There is no such thing as fair
Yeah,
magic.
this is not fair magic.
No.
Okay.
Magic is normally pay to win. It's especially true here.
Foil Island. Let's have a foil wall of mulch. Need a tea.
Double the foils.
Old school foils.
Yeah. And if I
Yes.
sack
Untap.
Is that a 7th edition?
and no, that's
No, that's onslaught.
onslaught, yeah.
Oh. Greens in those old foils are greens and reds.
They pop, don't they? That green
They do, yeah.
pops.
Yeah. I had a load of 7th edition foils and I like the reds.
I'm going to tap 4 to play Nylea, God of the Hunt. All of my creatures now have trample, and I can pay 4 mana. And then I'm going to swing Fynn at Matt.
I'll declare no blocks and I'll take 1 damage and 2 poison. 3
3.
poison, sorry.
Yep, you take that poison damage. Either T.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Okay.
How many foils? I've got to get my sunglasses. Where are my sunglasses? Need my sunglasses! I really wanted to rock up to the stream just like Post Malone. That would have been hilarious. Rings, the grill, the chains.
Ah, the jewelry man.
My Azorius Guildgate. It's full.
Hey, what also might be a good deck is a Maze's End deck.
Yes, because it would always enter untapped.
Oh yeah.
And
And also the. Oh no, but I suppose the fetches only find an additional basic. Gates aren't basic.
Okay. Yeah, it is basic.
Yeah, just fetching 2 lands would be broken.
Yeah.
And we're not at them. Hopefully.
Other decks that may be broken. There's probably plenty out there.
I would imagine an Atraxa Super Friends deck would be pretty broken because Proliferate adds another counter. Planeswalkers you can effectively activate twice, I believe.
Yeah, you can.
And I bet you that could cost a fortune as well.
Actually, I should. Atraxa Super Friends would have been awesome.
Yeah, would have.
So is that a Bitter Blossom Heath again?
Yeah, Bitter Blossom. And I will pass the turn.
I mean, the other obvious one is Kenrith and just do 5-color good stuff.
Untap and draw. Let's play a mountain. And just
Solid. I tapped the wrong land. Done it again.
sorry.
Damn.
To protect myself a little bit for the onslaught. On a black, tap, pay life. Said pay a life spell table. Making 2 treasures. Immediately sack 1 for 1 on a black to feed the swarm on Fynn.
Okay.
I'll lose a further 2 life.
I'm trying to. Hang on. That's a sorcery.
Yes.
You gid.
Pass turn.
Right, okay. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Ooh, I'm gonna play it. Windswept Heath, foil.
Oh.
Hey!
It's one of them. My Flooded Strand is better than the Flooded Strand. Okay, that's how much mana am I gonna have for that one? So I'll crack the Heath to get a Temple Guardian and a basic, and then I'll tap 4 to play Arcades. Same time. Then I think I'm gonna get combat. Let me just hit. Screw it, Matt. I'm going to come at you for 4.
I was going to say, is that really a question?
No. I was debating not to.
Okay, he's 2-0 up.
I'm going to pass the turn there as I find my land.
Okay.
So,
Untap
planes,
and draw.
foil.
Well, that
planes.
would have been really useful beforehand. Snow covered forest.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, big stone.
Tap 4. Bring out Fynn. PT.
To the end of your turn, I will pass.
I see Boone seems to think it'll cost me 2 life.
Yeah, so we were discussing paying costs, Boone.
I will.
It's
Cast
because of the
think
because of the
twice,
recent
which is a
change.
foil. One. So I draw 2 cards.
There's nothing about additional costs.
I suppose
Is it-
it's
is in-
probably going from if an effect would cause you to lose 1 or more life, it causes you to lose an additional 1. I think it's the idea that
It's not losing your life. It's paying a life though.
yeah, I know.
It's.
I will then
I think we need to
cast
have a think.
Brainstorm. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We've been playing it
And
with
then-
1 life, so we'll stick with that for this
Yeah.
now. But
We'll keep it consistent for
Draw
tonight, but we
3
might have
cards.
to review
And
the rules.
because this is foil, I'm guessing I draw 3 cards.
But you put the same number back still.
Oh, still only 2. Oh.
Yep.
So yeah, so brainstorm. So you would draw 4 cards and put 2 back.
Okay, that's fine. I will put.
So again, the general way to think about foil rules is it generally does 1 more than it should do. It's X
Right.
plus 1.
We will in that case. That back. That. And then I'll untap. Upkeep. Berry token. And I'll draw a card. I'll play a land. Do I want to play that land? Yeah, I want to play that land now, isn't it? Okay.
pretty fun. Yeah, true, boom. You are the founder after all. The
I was
frag,
about to say if yeah.
the frag had
Yeah,
spoken, so we went with frag.
It depends on it's 4.3.2. If an effect would cause you to lose 1 or more life, you lose an additional life. It's
Cast
whether we
mythic
want to change that
removal.
to paying life as well.
Yeah, but that may just be how we're rewriting the rules.
I love how
Oh,
you
fish is on the field.
Oh,
Wonderful.
fish, nice.
Fish.
I love how you just go, it's 4.3.2, just casually
Okay.
going out of it.
It's because I've got the rules in front of me.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, so
I do as well, I've got another screen.
also all the rules start with 4 or 3, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. Because 1
Actually,
is
no, 3 is
fundamental
just
skill,
what
is
is
what is
foil.
foiled.
Also, I spent a decent amount of time trying to write a bot to actually manipulate the Oracle rules of cards. They write them in so many different ways, it's a nightmare.
Yeah. At least they're starting to standardise now.
And at least the Oracle text, they've actually standardized a lot of older cards as well that you wouldn't know because this isn't Hearthstone.
Cast Hushbringer.
Stop CTVs.
And Death
Stop
Triggers.
CTP and Death Triggers.
Oh.
Fine by me.
Oh. Self ETBs as well, right? So if it self does something.
It's limit, yeah. So my Mold Drifter.
Ow. A lot of nice stuff.
On that note, I will pass the turn.
Tap. Keep and draw. Let's play a foil castle Lockthwain.
How would the uncommon ones have land types and the rare ones didn't?
No, it's silly, isn't it? Cards in hand, everybody?
Or
6.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Just
5,
because
6.
will. 6.
Or is that 6 or 7, Heath?
6.
Okay, Cracker Treasure and a red. Jessica's Will, targeting Bulverik and Heath.
Okay. I think I saw you buy that. Was that off here? I can't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, alright, you You can have 6, well, 12.
No, he's tapping.
Oh, oh God, Heath. Save the day here.
What's-
Oh,
So
veto.
does veto.
Oh.
That's fine.
Get out of here.
Tap Forsworn Paladin for 2, making 2 treasures and paying a life. Crack those 4 treasures, casting Prosper.
He's on the field, guys. Kill it with fire.
Yes, because well was partly a counterbait from Heath. Move to end step, exiling, damnation, and blasphemous act.
What is it with you and damnation?
I'm blasphemous act now, so
Yeah, 4
That's
tokens. Yeah. Untap.
Yeah.
Upkeep. Draw. A 7 mana gate. Foil comes in untapped. Choose blue and white as my alternate colours as well.
not just triumphs, Boone, untapped triumphs. Fantastic.
Our triumphs are just so broken and frag, especially foil ones.
Well, I'm going to show it anyway. Tramp stamp non-foil. Boo.
Ooh.
Rip it in half.
Round stamps not enough.
Do you know how much they are? They're well expensive.
And so what? Etched foils can as well.
Mystical Archive etched foils.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
might
the
need
one, sorry.
reworded if it's worded.
An F off. It does say Mystical Archive etched
Okay.
foils.
It does, yeah.
Bethany is it's non-foil, so there's one comes tapped, but I'll get a planes, put it in my hand. 2020, I'm searching. No, so I'll play a. Well, I'll get the planes in a second. These two for a seal of cleansing comes in tapped. So planes. What? I'm going to attack someone. 0-4 going to. He's been on the field.
Yep.
He death touch.
Yep. Spoiler alert, pretty much all of my creatures are.
Sorry, I'll have to be Heath then. He's a 0-4, but he does damage to his toughness. So in theory, he does 4 damage. So a 0-4 going to Heath.
You're not going to kill. You're not going to kill the man who's won the last 2 games.
I'll leave you to do it. It's easy to do. Thanks.
I'll throw my. It hasn't got trample, has it?
No.
So if I block it, it's fine.
Fine, yeah.
You know, I'll throw my fairy underneath it.
I don't listen to not Moon, Fluffy telling me to go for someone.
Do you know what? I have so many missed triggers on Remora because I was reading.
Oh, I played 2.
I played Jessica's Will, so
You can have 3 if you want.
yeah, you can get 3.
Right, 1, 2. Thank you.
I'm going to pass the turn there because I don't want to play anything yet because of bloody Hushbrook.
Untap and draw. Play a foil, snow-covered forest as land for turn. Okay, I'm just going to get a combat and I'm going to swing Fynn at Halcyon.
Covered. I don't need to be. Have you?
No blocks. I'll take the 1 and 3 poison.
Okay, that's so not what I expected you to do.
Good.
He doesn't want to block with Prosper.
I know, I was trying to get Prosper off the field.
To be fair, I wouldn't moan about a damnation right now.
Yeah, I would. So I'm going to tap 1. And I'm going to play a foil Sedge Scorpion. So 1/1 Death Toucher. Pass the turn.
Tap.
Over here, guys.
Okay.
End of this game, we're going to give away the giveaway. We're going to draw the giveaway.
I'll let my fish die. And I draw. And I'll play an island.
Exclamation mark raffle, get you a giveaway.
Bitter Blossom.
Bitter Blossom, you are correct. Okay. Cast favourable winds.
These.
Yeah, you can still activate that.
Yeah. Double do.
Okay, we will. On that note, we will pass the turn there.
We shall untap and upkeep and draw. 2 into Force Swarm Paladin, paying a life, making 2 treasures. A single red to cast Blasphemous Act.
There was something I've got respect.
Yep.
Go on, Bulverik.
Green, sack the wall, draw 2 cards.
In response, I will tap 2 and cast Heroic Intervention.
Seems good.
What does that do?
Makes my permanents hexproof and indestructible.
Yeah.
All of your shit will still get hit by Blasphemous Act.
Yeah. So he's not saved us.
It's not what the card does.
Unless he forgot in
No, so let me get a sharp in. I'll just write on it just quickly. The priority goes to you, Heath.
Yeah. We do it properly. We go around the table. Richard.
Well, yours won't have been sacked yet, technically.
You can sacrifice it. Well, you can sacrifice
right.
it.
Yeah.
And then the effect goes on. You could respond to the effect, or you could let your effect resolve.
Yeah.
I'm doing you a favour, Bulverik, because I know how much that Hushbringer is annoying you.
Well, I was expecting it. So that's why I didn't really play into it. And played 2 enchantments instead.
Yeah.
And I left 1 green mana open.
How much mana do you have, Matt?
9. 8,
What?
sorry. 8.
Okay. I will
Million. It might as well be a million.
float. If I work this right, so if I phase out everything, it doesn't come back until the end of turn, does it?
Doesn't come
Phasing
back
out will
until-
come back at the beginning of your upkeep.
Yeah.
Okay. So
No, before you untap,
Yeah, start your turn.
because it fades in, and then you untap.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's got Teferi's protection.
He's tapping more mana than he needs to for a Tef Pro, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they all phase out, so I can't tap them.
I
I've
float
test, right?
mana, basically.
So I've floated all my mana. So I've got there's 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 3 mana left.
Yep.
Okay, so I've tap pro.
Ah,
You're...
that means Hushbringer won't die.
Why? No. It's not around now, though.
No.
Okay, so
Blasphemous Act
he
goes off.
fades out, my stuff gains hexproof and indestructible.
I draw
Bulverik's
2
trigger
cards.
goes off,
Yeah, I've drew. So
Yep.
and then blasphemous act goes off.
boom, killing Arcades.
And Prosper.
And sack 6 treasures and recast Prosper.
Who played Prosper yet? triggers, sorry.
How much mana do you have open?
Me too.
2. Mana leak. And 4.
Nasty.
Yeah, he's still got the mana, hasn't he?
Ooh, yep. Because it phases out at the end of turn.
I meant to move past combat. I meant to deliberately move into second phase so that fizzles as well. That was on me. Temple of Malady tapped on scroll on and pass.
Untap.
I even said to myself, let's move past phases so that fizzles and then recast.
You would have
Hang
had
on,
to. Hang on, you would have had to move phases to cast at Prosper anyway.
Did he?
No.
No, because I was still in my first main.
Yeah.
Oh right, I see what you mean. Right, yeah.
So what
I
you're
meant,
saying,
I meant to explicitly say move past combat, let
Hang
man
on.
fizzle, and then recast Prosper, and that's on me because I didn't.
Yeah, hang on. And before you move out of the phase, that the other.
so you still got mana.
Yeah.
So
So
I
he's
draw 2
stopping
cards.
you. Yeah. There you
So
go.
you think twice of it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay, and then obviously, yeah.
pass the turn. I'll untap then. Upkeep, draw. Then Earth goes to 2, gives me a 0/4 wall. Yes, nice. Planes, foil. Tap that planes. Foil soul ring.
Apps for 3.
Lovely.
Yes, it is nice. So I will tap that. 3. Use 2 of it for an arcane signet tapped. Use 1 and 1 white for Sunscape Familiar foil. Fortunately, the only thing is it doesn't come into play tapped because it is foil. So green and blue spells cost play.
2.
So green and does that mean if it is
No,
green,
so it only you only get the cost reduced regardless of the number of colours of the spell.
They cost 2 less to play.
Yeah.
oh they do they?
Mhm. Roll
If an effect would reduce the
4.7.3.
cost.
4.7 point.
Holy shit. Okay, so
Just
I'll
'cause
get
you've
my
got the
commander
wall.
back out then. I don't need to tap them. Comes. Got anything else to go with that? That'll be it. Past 10.
Hit. Untap. Upkeep and draw.
I'm just going to go to www.onlyfools.co.uk to have a look at Sunscape Familiar and their rulings. Just curious. I don't think it says that. Might be wrong.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I'm going to get a combat and I'm going to swing Finn and the Scorpion at Matt.
Oh,
No, Matt, that will only be 6 more poison counters. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
I've already taken 6.
Okay, I forgot that. I thought you were on 3.
oh right. Oh. So, Matt's out. Okay. Wow, you must have really hated Prosper. I thought he was alright. He was a cool guy.
It took 3 games, but Finn finally did it. Okay, and then I'm going to tap 6, and I'm going to play a Vigor that will enter the battlefield tapped. However, that will turn Nylea into a creature. Go.
So
You phase in now. And you untap.
Phase in. I'll untap. I'll make another fairy. And I'll lose 1 life.
The only issue I have with the
Draw.
foils do more He's trying to remember all the new rules. I know it's easy saying you get an extra, but there's other things as well. It's just so good. There's so much you can do. Like haste, if it has a tap ability, you know.
I reckon they're right. There are certain cards that work so much better in foil. Like Birds of Paradise is just better in foil.
Oh,
it activates. Like you pay it for 1 mana on the first turn. You tap it for anything plus or colorless. Like.
Yeah, the downside is reading the card does not explain the card.
No.
Sorry, I've been waffling. Who we with?
It's on me. I'm obviously now very concerned about the thingies.
I've only got 2 Death Touch creatures though.
You haven't. You got 3. You got the Alela. Oh, you got the.
Those don't have Death Touch, so they don't actually do anything with Fynn.
Yeah, I know, but we've seen how quick it.
Yeah, but they do other things. They just don't give you poison counters.
There you go, guys. Onlyfoils.co.uk. Check it out, guys. Please do. It's a fun format. Perfect for kitchen table magic. Perfect for casual magic in a game shop.
So, if one of you's playing a deck that is really out of the power range of the others, let them play with foil rules. It will bring them up to speed with the table very quickly.
Fuck it, yeah, Dan. Yeah.
And then some.
Oh, I tell you what, CDH level versus free frag decks.
How expensive would that be, though?
I would like to see a frag CDH game.
Well, no, I'm talking about one normal CDH deck and the others being frag.
I see.
I still think CDH would probably win, but I want to see an all foil CDH game. Like the cost of those decks would be
ridiculous,
ludicrous, but that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Foil Alt Art Bone Crusher Giant.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pretty.
Very nice. I realised that there's a foil opened in Infinity that's legal. And it's the Cosmic. Is it the Planeswalker dog? That would be good.
Oh yeah, Cosmo.
That'd be good.
Cast Alela.
Okay.
I have a feeling we're about to all get beaten down by flyers pretty soon, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, yeah. Good. I don't know.
Cast a Sliver Raven. Trigger on Alela.
Jesus.
Sliver Raven for a bit. Ah, okay.
Just to make it easier, HTG, Heath, they come and tap, don't they?
Yeah.
Just so we can see what threat we've got to deal with.
There's no threat.
Wow. There's a lot of flyers there with +4/+0.
Yes. It's definitely a lot of threats flying around.
Right, I'll swing.
Need my reach stuff. The reach.
I'll swing 5 in the air at. What does that enchantment god thing do?
It gives my creatures trample, and I can pay 4 mana and target creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. It's it's the original green Theros god.
Who's the CEDH guy? Is it Liam?
Liam.
I thought so.
I'll swing 5 in the air at you because you got.
Take 5.
Isn't Liam's CDH deck fully foil anyway?
Oh, CDH decks include OG dual lands. Can't be.
Go.
Oh, Okay,
I
mostly
suppose
foil.
you
apart
could
from-
just not include it, yeah.
To be fair,
Oh, did I play land that go?
I wasn't really paying attention.
nor was I actually.
that. Play Milan and go.
Okay, untap. Watch the video back over again, see if we cheated, but yeah, fine. Untap.
Quite happy to be if I took play once.
No, we don't know. We won't pay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Ooh. Now that's a good card. It's foil too, so it makes it even better. We'll have a planes, shall we? First of all, let's start with a tap me soul ring to give me 3 colours. Use 1 of them colourless and 2 planes to cast a non-foil Slaughter the Strong. Each player chooses any number of creatures they control with total power 4 or less, then sacrifice all other creatures they control.
Ooh.
I've got 3.
So I have to sacrifice Alela and Vigor then.
Yeah,
Hang on, one sec. One sec. What's the word you say?
So each player chooses any number of creatures they control with total power 4 or less, then sacrifices the other. So you have to pick up to 4, sacrifice the rest.
To 4 power.
4 power, yes.
So I can pull 4 power back to my hand.
Well,
No,
stay
you
on
leave
the.
it on the battlefield.
on the
It
battlefield.
stays on the battlefield, but you sacrifice the rest.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yours is 5, right?
Even my ornament is 4.
Yep.
That's
I'm
why I
afraid I think
didn't
your
pop
choice
this
is
yet.
Your choice is between the Ornithopter and Alela.
No, because Alela is 4, yeah.
But that's true, so it's literally just the Ornithopter.
Counted. I'll have to say no to that.
Oh, really? That was
Yeah, really.
fun.
That was pretty fun.
Oh. Alright.
Liked it.
In that case, then I'll sack the seal to destroy your favourable winds.
Yeah, that's good.
But what we should do as the frag is restore balance to the universe and say that foil spells can't be counted.
Oh, I didn't do
Unless it's, what happens if it's a foil counterspell?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but Heath's probably is, but that's
Yeah,
true.
well,
I didn't do my birth, so I'm going to gain 2 life before birth.
To be fair, I've only got 1 foil counter spell in here. I didn't put the
Did you
3
put that
spell
nice
in.
one in?
No, I can't because I just don't think. I think it's
You think it's too powerful?
yeah.
Yeah, well, that's your choice,
Yeah.
mate. Your choice.
In this deck, especially when I'm playing normal Alela, and I just sit there.
the free counter spells aren't free, that's the thing. 0 mana,
No.
but they're not free.
No, I understand that, but in a deck that draws loads of cards, no,
Yeah. Alright. Anyway,
it's supposed to be power 7, don't forget.
use the
Like,
2 colourless I'd floating from
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
and the planes. Hang on, this is cost reduction 2. So that
Yeah,
should
it
have
is.
cost me 1 planes.
Yep.
Hang on. No, it shouldn't. It should have cost me 2 planes because only colours. That's 2.
Oh, yeah,
2
only
planes
just
in it.
colours matter.
Yeah. Right. So now. I know it's green and blue. Sorry.
Bulverik.
Yeah.
Reading the card.
Yeah, reading. I don't read the card. I play a frag game, right? I don't read the card. 2, 3. So then I'm going to have to have 4 for a foil Odric.
ooh.
Card.
I don't know what he actually does extra.
I don't think he does anything extra in
Okay.
foil,
Yeah,
actually.
unfortunately, yeah.
Right.
Apart from being.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he doesn't do anything extra. Just comes in untapped.
So I'm going to tap a island and a no, just an island because this does get cost reduction. I'm going to overload a Mizium skin. All my creatures get +1 plus. So +0 +1 and hexproof until end of turn. Not foil, unfortunately. Otherwise it would have been +1/+2. On its way though. Right, so now I've got 3, 4, 3, 6, 0, 4.
He doesn't have haste though.
Yeah, Odrich can't attack.
No. 0. That was at 0, 3, wasn't it? So no 0, 4, so 0, 5.
0, 4, so it's 5 now.
So go combat. At the beginning of each combat. So everything has flying and vigilance, I think. Yep. Oh, and defender.
No, it doesn't.
Odrich doesn't do.
I know,
defender.
no, doesn't need defender. No. Right. Flying, vigilance. And they're all going to go at Heath. Because you counted them a spell. Play for second place, right? Right, so I've got Heath. Right, going to Heath. I've got 3/6, which does 3 damage, not toughness damage. I've got a 0/4, which will do 4 damage, and a 0/5, which will do 5 damage. All flying and vigilant. Going towards Heath. Say Loto was irrelevant. We could have died of poison anyway.
Hopefully.
You're doing a good job.
I took Prosper down. I'm happy with that.
What have you got there? So you've got a 3/6.
A 3/6, a 0/4, and a 0/5.
But the other 2 are defender, yeah?
Correct, and they'll do damage to their toughness, so 5 and 4.
And they've all got first strike.
No, they've just got flying and vigilance.
And vigilance.
None of them have got first strike.
No, none of them have got first strike.
Nope.
Why are you throwing your Arcades at me then?
I don't think he's realised.
No, I don't think he has either.
Worked for me.
I've got 1 card in hand, by the way, just to let you know. And 3 mana here. I do have a cost reduction of green, and I've got a cost reduction of blue. Twice.
And pants that are slowly filling.
No, that's I
Death
needed
touch
a
flyers
toilet.
to oppose you.
I needed toilet ages ago. Only 1 death touch flyer, right?
I'll block Arcades with my 6 power. Am I missing something? I feel I should read this because I just feel.
Just save time. No, I just attacked.
He wasn't thinking. It's
I wasn't
10:30.
thinking. It's late.
I must
Massive
admit,
blockers is probably an inaccurate statement.
I will throw these 2 under Arcades and kill your Arcades.
Yeah.
And I will take the other 2.
So
which is
it'll be
how much?
9.
That's fine.
6 power, yeah? Just to let you know. Yeah. Okay, Kokies. Pass the turn as I cry. I've got enough mana anyway.
Untap and draw. That does not help me in the slightest.
I will say at this point, killing the favourable winds was just about the best play you could do, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I was holding off because I had that removal spell. And it would have been really bad for you to have that up. Still up at the time. So. I was like, if you swung at me like aggressively, I would.
Okay, I think I'm just going to get a combat, and I'm going to swing Fynn and the Scorpion at you, Heath. A 1/3 and a 1/1.
It's been fun 3 games.
How big's the scorpion?
A 1/1.
It's but a scratch.
Yeah.
He's just going to have trample in it, so I understand that.
Well, he already has trample.
He's only
Nylea just gives my stuff trample.
Okay, and then it's a 1/1.
You kind of need 2 power though to really do damage.
Death touch. And how big's Fynn?
A 1/3.
Never play a creature you control with death touch. Okay, I'll take whatever it is you're sending me. No
Okay,
problem.
so you'll take 2 points of damage and 6 infect.
Yeah.
Which takes you up to 9. No! Oh no!
Someone
I
saying
haven't
someone's
taken-
gonna die.
I haven't adjusted that from the last game. I haven't done.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I did say I don't think you've taken any. I think you're but that only puts you
No.
on 6.
Okay. And then main phase 2, I'm going to tap 2 and play a very unfoiled Nature's Law because I don't know what else to do. And pass. Which will enter untapped though, because it's a foil basic. So it would enter untapped anyway.
It's a Commander Black version of Solid.
Okay. And I'll draw. Okay. I'll play my land.
Let's see. Lagging a bit.
And you kill me.
I can't kill you with just 12. It may well have been a wind.
Problem is you can attrition me out over time.
So I've got 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 in the air at you, Rob.
I will take 12. That's all you're doing?
Is all I am doing. And
For some reason, Spell Table has picked up that someone is playing a clone, as in summon clone from Alpha on the table.
I see that a lot. Yeah.
I think that's wrong.
I'm going to cast Tide Hollow. I'll just put another counter on this. I've got untapped. Or 3 tapped ones. And I'm going to pass the turn.
Okay, untap.
While you have a quick think, Bulverik, on your turn, I've just realised, Heath, if you had Soul Ring in foil, no, not Soul Ring, Steadside Divining Top in foil, you could cast it, tap it, redraw it. Oh no, because the way it works, you draw 2 cards, but it would be it's drawing 2 before it goes on the top of your deck. I was
You
thinking,
draw cards, then replace it.
yeah, I was thinking you could infinitely cast it for 1 mana, making 2 fairies each time.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll pay green with the cost reduction. I'm going to foil Tree Folk Umbra on my 0/4 wall. Now a 0/6.
How many cards do you have in hand?
1.
1 card. And what's that you just played? Tree Folk Umbra.
Tree Folk Umbra, yeah.
Is that like an armor? Is it?
Yeah, it's a totem armor, and I think it gives it +0/+3 if I'm right. Do the frag rollings.
Is it foil?
It is foil.
It is.
Yes.
Then it's 0/+3. Actually, no, it'll be 1/+3.
That's true.
What is it?
Not that the 1 is relevant.
The website says there's nothing about it, but yeah, I'll believe it.
But
Okay, so for green, that's that. So 3. Use 2 of that.
I've just put my life up because I think.
Plains,
have all the life you want. I don't care.
forest,
It'll be
violet.
relevant.
Type you for Bulverik.
Sorry, 3. So 3, 6 with the 2 cost reduction. Arcades.
Hey,
He's back.
He's back.
let's not swing into a wall of lies again, shall we?
Yeah. Mistakes were made. I think. You've only got. Is that Tide Hollow Death Touch as well? Tell you what. I'm gonna let Ross and Heath battle it out with each other, so I'm just gonna go around the table. So I've hit Heath next time, so I'm gonna hit Liz last time, so I'm gonna hit Ross this time. So go to combat. Object will trigger, given everything flying and vigilance. Have you got any flyers or reach?
No. It's a bit of a weakness.
126. What's that? That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15. 15.
Yeah, commander can't attack.
Okay, it is.
Oh, sorry. So
15.
12. Is it?
Oh, no, 12, sorry.
6. 12, yeah. Bang, 12. Then I'm going to play a Sparrow's Headquarters tapped because it's tramp stamped and not foiled because I got the wrong. Well, they sent me the wrong one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I did order a foil one as well. And then it's me. I'm done. Past 10. I've got no cards in hand.
Untap. And draw. Yeah, I know, but I think you may have done me in. Well, I play a land and I came here to do a thing, so I'm going to swing Fynn and the Scorpion at Heath because he's actually in lethal range.
Yeah. I was hoping you'd do that.
Fat Rift.
Overloading it or targeting one thing?
Oh, you broke up there.
Play. Yeah, I'll be overloading it. 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4,
So that's why you were counting your mana.
7.
Oh.
Not that it matters, I think you need to tap the Ornithopter as well.
No, I've got plenty. This taps for 2.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It taps for 2 when you pay 1 into it, so only
Yeah.
nets you 1.
I've been counting my mana all the way along. So
Yeah, but you've been
there's
counting
the
the
2.
Prism as 2.
There's the 2. The Tide Hollow Scholar, and that came in tap. Okay?
Yeah.
Yep. 1, which then gives me 2 here. 3, 4. Okay.
Tap the
You're right.
untouched as well.
I'll block under the. I'll put it into block. So it does at least some blocking just if it all goes
It's
wrong.
like lifting anyway.
Yeah, well, just in case there's some shenanigans, I'll put it into block.
I've got no responses.
Cyclift doesn't target now, does it?
No.
Nope, unfortunately not. Not now it's overloaded.
They'll go back to hand then. Ah. Then main phase 2, I guess.
Yep.
I was relying on you to kill him with poison, but fuck.
Oh, I've had plans. I think I'll have to settle with just killing Matt this game. Pass the turn.
Okay.
Oh, it was worth it. Like, yeah. Because let's be honest, Matt would have won by now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, maybe for ages. You made it easier. Okay, so I've got 4, 5, 6. So I'll change that. Just create another fairy.
There's one card in that deck that win this.
Okay. I will draw a card. Okay. So we have 14,
30 damage on board with your creatures if that's what you're
6,
counting.
9, 12, 15. 5 of these at Ross.
I'm out.
And then how much do I have to get left on full? So then that'll be one more.
The rest is
7,
15.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
It's more than that one, like 6.
14, 15, 15. Yeah, Bulverik.
15 at me. I've got no. Yeah, I can't do anything with that, so I'll take it.
Gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I gain 5.
Game life. Oh, man.
I'll cast a Defy. And play a land. I'm now hellbent, and I'll pass the turn.
Okay, right. Got no instance. So I'm
It's been a
tapped.
while since I died to a Psych Rift.
Yeah. Me
It's been a
too.
while.
I'll keep draw. Huh! No, that's not good. In each combat. Oh, okay. No, that might be alright. What am I on? 26? Yeah, might be alright. Planes. Soaring. Oily soaring.
Nice.
3. Use 1. And a planes. Sunscape Familiar, the cost reduction foil.
Back in a minute.
Yep, no worries. Green. Blue. Planes. Cost reduction. Arcades.
Cool. It must cost a bit now.
Okay.
Oh no, it was in your hand,
It's
wasn't
my
it? Yeah,
hand,
yeah. Cool.
Use the 2 here. Past the wall of junk. Oh, tapped. Foil, it's not foil. Trigger, draw 2. Oh, has it? Yeah, wolves have defender, don't they? Yeah, I was right.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Spring still in play though, so
Oh, was it? Oh shit.
yep.
Go back. Let's just follow the plan. Yeah, it has actually. Right. Feet. Let's go with 3. Anyway, 2. Get the signal out tapped, and then I'm just going to pass the turn there, mate. See if you can kill me.
Okay, I'm going to tap 4, draw a card off Spectral Sailor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a foil.
I wish it was. It would have been nice in this.
Would have
Okay,
been,
so this is your end step. I've drawn the card, and then I'm blue, and I'm going to cycle my foil,
to get you 2.
Lonely Sandbar.
It took 3 games, but you finally did it.
Yes.
The intention.
And so I draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll untap. We'll make another. Well, I've now got 7. 1. Let's
Yeah,
just come in. I do for live.
So they're 3/3s and they. That's mate.
And I'll draw. Okay, this is. I'm probably going to draw a lot. So I'm going to cast a.
How much damage do you have on the table?
Yeah, plenty.
Yeah.
Oh, have I got enough? Yeah, I probably have.
You've got
actually.
enough, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Well,
about to say
just-
before we spend half an hour watching you spin your wheels.
No,
That's
Can't
that's
do
a fair
what's in my
point.
hand
Yeah,
anyway, so
20, 21,
yeah.
22,
yeah, you've got
25,
plenty.
Yeah.
25.
I can only block 1 flyer.
29. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
GG!
Good game.
I'm just going to show you 1 card that I had. Defense formation. Instead of the attacker player, you choose how creatures attack and you deal combat damage. I wanted to play with that card so badly.